no solution. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness, where our guests are Jodu Suson and Andrew Calhoun of Suson Essentials, and they will be calling in shortly at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. And I am going to share them the phone number. It says Facebook is recording. Well, I don't know how it's Zoom is recording. I don't understand because I can't see you, so I'm having you call in. Call in at 515-605-9325, and you must press 1 to speak. Otherwise, I won't know that you're there. Okay? So, our guest today, hi Sherry, thank you so much for joining us. We're talking about vibrations and frequencies this morning, and we are so into the vibrations and frequencies this morning that it is a challenge, because I guess we're giving out too much good information. They don't want that to... Jody, thank you so much. We're live on Facebook. Don't know what happened to Zoom. It just cut off in the middle of everything, but that doesn't matter. I've got you live. We can hear you on the air now. So if you would please be so kind to continue the conversation that we were having in reference to 5G, where are my notes here? How the earth is changing, our EMF, the energy that we are transmitting.
Yeah, let me put my headphones on. Let me just do that. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak if you want to comment.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So our Earth's frequency is changing, and I'm not the scientist, so I can't speak to all the details on that. But I will tell you this: that we're energy beings, right? We walk around this world in a body bag that God gave us.
Ooh.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, that's the gift, that we get to roam the earth in a body bag, which is energy beings. So, and the body knows how to heal itself when you're fueling it with the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just that simple. And over the decades, we haven't been fueling it properly, and that's not everyone's fault. We came up with electricity. We came up, you use your hair dryer in the morning, which I haven't used. I really don't use the hair dryer, but maybe 3 or 4 times a year. But a lot of us do, and I did for a long time. But that has a lot of electromagnetic frequencies that are harmful to our body and our brain. So when your brain is not thinking, that you can't process, when you're getting brain zaps, there are people, when they come off of antidepressants, they get this thing called brain zaps. And we need proper things for our brain so we can vibrate at the right level. And that starts with things like the proper healthy fat, avocados, nuts, always go organic or responsibly produced, things like that. So does that make sense?
That makes all the sense in the world. You know what? Go ahead.
Oh, no, please, go ahead. You were going to say something.
No, I'm just thinking to myself how all of this information is so crucial, and that we were cut off in the midst of it. I think it is imperative that we do this on a continual basis. So I would like to invite you and Andrew to come back every second Monday of the month, because every first Monday of the month we have Lionel Abdul Haq of Community Cultivations, So now every second, if you're available, I don't know of your availability. When you are available, we'd love to have you. But we need to go to the phone line and get some calls in. Area code 321 368. We are going to the phone. You are live on the Female Solution Grand Rising. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Mikhail, and I'm calling from Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, Melbourne, Florida. Grand Rising, Mikhail. Thank you for calling.
Yes, you're welcome. I'm not online much. I'm kind of a dinosaur, but I do from time to time, I guess, go online for things. But I've been doing some study, and I've been trying to research and find out some information, and I wanted to ask your speakers if they could help me with this. I was informed about the Schumann resonance frequency and how that's supposed to be very important to, I guess, our well-being, our body frequency, and so forth, the frequency of the planet. And I haven't been able to find, so far, I haven't been able to find anything on it.
What was it called? The Schumann frequency?
It's called the Schumann resonance frequency.
Do you know anything about that, Jody?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, can you speak on that?
So give me a minute, because I don't want to misquote this, but Schumann resonance, so basically the Schumann resonance is what the Bod uses, the Beamer uses, and I don't know if the Healy uses that as well, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Healy uses it. And I'm just going to actually. So is the listener asking what Schumann resonance is? Have you not? You said you were not able to find it. Is that? I want to make sure I understand.
He said yes.
Yes, I'm asking.
Okay.
What is it, and also, okay, wait a minute. I'm asking what is it, and also how do you access it?
Got it. So the Schumann resonance, and if you have access to your computer, you should be able to find it like on NCBI, and how it is, there's tons of studies on Schumann resonance. And what they're saying is the Schumann resonance is a background stationary electromagnetic noise, and I'm just going to quote this, that propagates in the cavity between the Earth's surface and the lower boundary of the ionosphere at altitudes of 45 to 50 kilometers, and it ranges between 5 and 50 hertz. So your question then is how do you access it? Well, by using energy devices, like you could use things like the Bod, the Beamer, the Healy. You can also do self-grounding things, which I know that Zelda's spoken about, and which is like going barefoot, walking in the sand, walking in the grass. I think that one of Zelda's mentors may have mentioned about if you live in an apartment, you can put your feet in a pot, like a soil, like bring it up into the apartment, put your feet in a pot of soil. Is that right, Zelda?
That is correct. I have a pot. I'm getting ready to go find it while you're talking. Not find it, but get it. I want to show people. Because somebody looked at me like I was crazy but I'm going to show it on Facebook. I don't care what people say. What other folks say about me ain't none of my business. But anyway, does that answer your question, Mikhail from Florida?
Yes, it pretty much does. Thank you. I'm going to go and try to ask for advice, and we're going to try to get some more information. But thank you.
And
well, yeah, I mean, but I wanted to say this: the frequency. It's a frequency that we need to have the frequency at a lower frequency, meaning when we expose ourselves to things like microwaves, our TV set, our computer, I think it's really important. I think I kind of missed the boat here, quite frankly, in helping you. what people need to understand is what it does to your blood. So it's clumping those blood cells together, okay? So now things are not flowing in your body the way that they're supposed to. So when you are then becoming more active, grounding yourself in whatever way you're doing it, whether it's being outside, using meditation, using a medical device, however it is, it then increases that blood supply, and then that increases your frequency and your vibration level, but not necessarily increasing it higher, but actually, I would more describe it as creating homeostasis in the body. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Does that better answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you thank you so much for calling in, Mikhail from Florida. We greatly appreciate you, and hang around. We've got some more information. You'll be glad that you did. And now I just want to show our Facebook audience. I know you can't see this, but I'm going to show you. There's my sister Viata. If you didn't talk about sex, baby, we talked about sex last night, so you be sure and check it out on Soul Purpose Healing. This is my dirt. This is my little dirtiest dirt. Okay, it's dirty, but it's dirt. And when I come in from outside, this is what I sit in a chair and I put my feet in it, yes, so that I can become grounded. We can all do this. When you live in an apartment building, I live in an apartment. I don't have a home. So I've got to take the elevator and go through all the rigmarole and get into my other box, which is my apartment. But this is the earth element that I use to stay grounded once I'm inside. So I advise everyone to do that. If you're not doing it, you're probably ahead of me, but I'm just started doing it this year. But anyway, let's take another call. Area code 847-754. You are live on the Female Solution, Grand Rising. What's your name and where you're calling from, and what's your comment? Grand Rising.
Good morning, Rajai. I am in lovely Chicago, Illinois.
Rajai.
Chicago, but pretty close to it. Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Now that we have you on the line, thank you so much for calling in this morning. Jody said that you would be calling in. We appreciate that.
Oh my God, yeah, I love Jody and Andrew, and I got to tell you, I'm super passionate about this topic, and absolutely changed my life. And what I want to impart on people is everything is energy, frequency, vibration. And what I'm getting more and more into is, well, how does our own way of thinking, what we think and how we live our life, how does that affect our energy as well? So I think we're ushering in a new, let's call it transformation that's going to be happening in humanity. And frequency, understanding frequency is going to be crucial. And from my perspective, healthy people can actually be effective people. When you're not healthy, then you really aren't that effective. So my passion is about getting people healthy first, physically, and then working on the mental body and spiritual body. And so maybe I'd like to throw a question to Jody. So how do our emotions affect our frequency, and what can we do in addition to technologies like the Healy, like the Beamer, like the Bod, which are amazing technologies that I personally used, and I've seen what they can do, and they're really amazing. People need to know about them. They deserve to know about them.
Jody,
how can we aid in the process by also tuning in our own psychology into that healing process?
Jody, before you, thank you, Rajai, for asking that question. But Jody, before you answer that question, we need to take our last commercial break, and we'll be right back. Okay?
Sounds good.
Alrighty, thank you so much. We will continue this conversation, so you just stay close right here, and we'll be right back on the other side.
What happens when a group of people are kidnapped from their homes, smuggled away in chains, and held captive in a foreign land where they are tortured, raped, and forced to perform hard labor by the lash of a whip and under the constant threat of death? Slavery What happened to the doctors, writers, scientists, builders, educators, and spiritual leaders from Africa's golden age? Who did they really capture and sell into slavery? Are all African Americans suffering from psychic trauma because of a conspiracy to hide their true identities? Do you have psychic trauma? Take the test on page 22 of the book and see. Order it online today at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. And get your personally autographed copy of the book, Slavery, the African American Psychic Trauma.
Oh, man, God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out, and we're sitting up here all day in the dark.
Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
About finances, family, health, job, relationships. Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answer yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish your book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to ZeldaSpeaks.com or call 212-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's ZeldaSpeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit ZeldaSpeaks.com. Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, and I'm joined by our very own vibration and frequency experts, and that would be Jodu Suson and Andrew Calhoun of Suson in Essentials. And we were just joined by a caller by the name of Rajai. Thank you so much for calling in. And he posed a question for Jody in reference to energy. Could you repeat that question, Rajai, for those who worked with us before the question, or Jody, you can repeat the question and give us the answer to that?
Sure. So I think what Rajai is asking is, what can we do outside of these energy-based products? What can we use from a plant-based approach to helping our emotional well-being? And Raj, gosh, thank you so much for asking that question, because everybody is on the heightened. There's a heightened sense of fear in the world today, and their emotions are on high. So I didn't have energy-based healing at the beginning of my health journey. So I used food. I used plants, and Andrew Calhoun mentioned at the beginning of the show about the 3 T's: toxins, traumas, and thoughts. So it's about, and I'll make this short. First, we need to remove toxins. So I know that the listeners out there have racing thoughts. Why do I know that? Well, because it was me. And if you're exposed to things like bleach and Lysol and anything that they're spraying in the ear, bug sprays and things like that, it sets your brain on fire. So you have to have racing thoughts. It's not like you're bad. It's not like you're wrong. That's just how your brain reacts. And so we do need to support ourselves from an emotional well-being. And I'm going to keep this short because I want Raj, if he is willing, to share his story, which is transformational. But what I use to calm my brain is I use specific oils. Okay, so like frankincense essential oil is really good for cellular repair, meditation, and calming. We have a whole set of emotional oils. I support people in their emotional well-being so that they can support themselves. You don't have to go to a doctor every time you feel sad or mad or or angry. There's oils, it's called Forgive. You smell it, it goes into your olfactory zone and into your limbic system, and it automatically shifts the chemical makeup of your brain, just like a drug will, right? Because food is medicine, and this is a plant, and all of a sudden, you're not angry anymore.
Wow.
Okay. So, for instance, just so you know, if you are angry, you use this oil. The oil's got, like a spruce leaf in there. Well, think about leaves and trees. It also has tea tree or nuka tree. It has juniper berries. These are all grounding oils. Grounding oils are trees and leaves, things that are coming from our earth supply. It grounds you. It keeps you centered and balanced. So you can pick something like that up for $17.
I'm so glad you mentioned. I'm so glad you mentioned juniper berries because many of my skate family is on the line this morning on Facebook, and juniper is one of the oils that I always recommended to them because after a long day of skating, we have a tendency to be a little tired and a little on the achy side. And whenever I would take a bath in juniper oil, I could not believe it. This is the honest to goodness truth. I felt like going back to the skating ring and skating another 4 hours because of the juniper berry. So this I know for a fact to be true. And tea tree oil too.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yes.
Because so I know juniper berry. First of all, let me just say this. And it takes a long time to become an expert in what all these plants do. And I honestly didn't know that the juniper could help you with your aches and pains.
Yes.
And lavender, and I want the listeners to understand this. So let's take one oil, lavender, essential oil. It can help with pain. There's a PubMed study. It helps with anxiety and depression. That's one oil.
Right.
Pain, anxiety, depression, calmness, meditative, and I'm sure there's more. But the point is, each plant does probably 10 different things. Right? And then I think the other thing that the listeners should know is that your brain health or your emotional well-being is housed in your gut.
Yes.
Okay? So, Andrew Calhoun said, well, Jody's going to talk about not you are what you eat, but you are what they eat. So if you're still eating meat, which a lot of people are, and I eat less meat, but I still eat meat, okay, I need to know what they're feeding the cow, the pig, or the chicken, or the fish. Because if they're feeding them a toxic food, then what am I getting?
Right.
But I'm also, but here's the other thing, people. I don't know if any of the listeners eat kosher.
Mm-hmm.
And as a child, I didn't understand it because I thought, okay, the rabbi blesses the meat. It's way more than that. It's how the animal is slaughtered so that the way that the blood runs out of the animal that doesn't cause the stress. You're not getting the cortisol. So if somebody's stressed when they die and then you eat them, think about that.
You're eating what they're eating.
You're eating what they're eating. You're consuming their stress levels. And a book has been recommended to me, and I haven't read it yet. It's called The Issues Are in the Tissues.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Now, I haven't read it yet, but it came recommended by my doctor, Dr. Michelle Kukla of Healthy Living Counseling Center in Palatine. And she's an amazing doctor, but she recommended that book because it explains all of that and how there's all this cellular memory that needs to be cleared out. And part of it is passed on from generation to generation, and the other part of it is passed on by what we eat.
And Rajai talked about, I'm going to go back and open up his microphone. He talked about...
Please, and mute me, because he needs to, you want to hear his story.
Okay, Rajai, I love that. We're eating what they're eating, and the 3 T's, toxins, trauma, and thought, in which all of that is transformational. Please continue, Rajai.
All right. Well, yeah, I certainly I'm behind that 100%. I mean, we are connected to everything. Everything is connected to us, and all of it has ramifications, whether it's the chemicals in the food, the hormones, the EMF, you name it, our emotional state, all of it does have an impact. And that's why we have to be mindful about how we live. And I really do believe that this is what this is about. It's an evolution of really just becoming more conscious about our lives, about who we are, why we're here, what we're here to do. And, you know, I've had an amazing journey when it comes to frequency. I luckily was saved by spirit, so to speak, because I was about 4.5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I was really in a bad state. I was working a corporate job. I was stressed out big time. So I had that constant level of stress that was in my body, releasing hormones, stress hormones throughout my bloodstream that was affecting my body, and it had been going on for a long time. Eventually got to the point where I pretty much had a breakdown. I started to have panic attacks. I had a 2-hour panic attack on a plane ride.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was not fun. Felt like I couldn't breathe, and like my heart was going to stop.
Wow.
Regular attacks, anxiety. I woke up one morning and I developed a lump on my lymph node under my right armpit. It was about a nickel size. I was getting discomfort in my chest, tingling numbness in my arm, depression. I was miserable, to say the least. I felt like a zombie, but I was just going through the motions, not really living a inspired life, so to speak. And luckily, I found myself one day. I got to the end of my rope. I got to a point where my brain, just didn't, and my soul, my spirit, and everything about me just didn't want to be around anymore. So I had this idea. One day I had such a bad day at work, it was just like the last straw. You know, my plan was to go home and drink a bottle of whiskey, take some pills, and when you wake up.
Wow.
And I was kind of doing the gambling thing, okay? Hey, if I'm meant to be here, I'll be here in the morning. If not, then I am good with that, and that's kind of where I was at. Well, here I was with this intention. I'm driving home with that intention, and a voice spoke to me, so to speak, that directed me to go somewhere. And at first I really was very resistant, but it came back a few times, and I finally said, okay, fine, I'll go. And I show up to this little metaphysical gift shop where it's all about frequency. That's kind of their spiel, you know. Essentially, they have herbal supplements. They have crystals, which also hold the vibration. Meditation's a big practice. Gong meditation, sound meditation, healing, that kind of thing, right? All revolves around vibration and frequency. So I happened to actually show up to this little metaphysical gift shop, and in the yoga room, there was a group of people that were doing a presentation on a frequency device. And so I barged into their little presentation and just sat in for a while. Well, before I left that night, I tried this frequency device, and I didn't feel anything, so I really wasn't all that impressed. But I drove home. I was, from my perspective, nothing had really changed. But by the time I got home, I couldn't keep my eyes open. So it had affected my biology, my physiology in such a way to where my body started to release a bunch of the toxins that I've been holding in for a long time. That got into my bloodstream, and what happens typically is you get lethargic, you get tired, you get sleepy. Your body wants to repair and heal, and that's when it does it when you're sleeping. And so when you go to bed, your body's recharging, repairing, and so I had to go to bed. I couldn't do anything. I was so burnt out, so tired, that all I could do was go to bed. And so I gave up on my little plan that I had, and I went straight to bed. And 4 hours later, I woke up feeling refreshed, rejuvenated. I was like, oh my God, that's the best sleep I've had in maybe 15 years. And so that was my interest. So I really started to delve just head first into this whole field and trying to understand it. And I eventually purchased my first frequency device and started using it within a week. My lump, which had been there for 4 months, disappeared. And my whole life changed. My mood changed. My brain started to function better. I had brain fog, and I had I just had a hard time focusing and concentrating. So every day was a challenge. And so that was my introduction into how frequency can really impact you on such a really fundamental level, bypassing all the other stuff that people try to do in terms of like medication, and people trying to self-medicate, and people trying to change their frequency utilizing other means. But this is such a powerful tool that technology really can be a friend. It could be a friend or a foe. Right? But in this particular situation, these are frequencies that support our own biology, which in turn upregulate every system within our body. And so that led me on a path, and here I am 4.5 years later, passionate as ever about this technology, this kind of technology, trying to show people, hey, there are tools out there that you can use. And look, we live in such a stressful, really dysfunctional society, with the food being tainted, the water, the air, all of it, the EMF. We need as many tools as we possibly can have in our toolbox.
Yes.
Because without them, yeah, we can still, really make transformations, but they take a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and it takes some time. And we don't have time. And that's why I'm passionate about this kind of technology, because, wow, quickly just put on frequencies that tune your body, and suddenly you're in a different state. And you can go out and you can tackle your day, you can tackle your issues, you can be powerful and effective in your day, in your life, because you feel good. So,
and Rajai, any particular technology you can refer our listeners to and viewers?
Well, absolutely. So I partnered up with Healy. Actually, this is a brand new company that just came out of. It's coming out of Germany. Launched May 1st in the U.S. and absolutely amazing. It's got 144,000 frequencies 120 different programs that you can run. Programs for just about anything you could think of. They have Meridian programs. They have programs to help with learning and sleep. And as I mentioned, sleep is huge, right? Because if you're not sleeping well, your body's not regenerating. And so this is a small, wearable, pocket-sized device that you can put in your pocket, take with you. You can run an app on your cell phone, transfer it over to the Healy, and run a program. And what's really cool about this device that's maybe not available in many other devices on the market is this has analytics. It will scan your body, interact with your energetic biofield, so to speak, and take that information and make a recommendation based on your cells, what your body is telling this device your body needs. And so instead of having to guess and try to figure out where and when, here it's a ready-made, kind of like a clinician in your pocket. You run a scan, it tells you, hey, looks like you might need some help in this area or that area. You should run this program. And the results people are getting are absolutely fantastic. They're amazing. There are a lot of great tools out there, but what I love about this particular one is, first, there's no guesswork. It will guide you through the process, and it can address so many different issues, whereas a lot of other devices actually have limited frequencies that they can emit for a particular issue. But this is a broad-based type of approach, and it's super affordable, and especially in this time, people are really concerned about their wellness, and they're concerned about their finances, and this is actually can be a solution to both. Because of how affordable it is, I think it's a great, great value. So I've kind of been running with that lately, but there are a lot of great devices. Jody and Andrew mentioned the Baba. That's a fantastic device as well, and the Beamer. They're all wonderful devices. Some of them are a little bit more expensive than others, and one reason I like the Healy is because it is so affordable, and it has the analytics and allows you to kind of pinpoint where you need to go.
That is simply phenomenal, and I am just so loving, Rajai, the information that I am learning. I just joined the Healy family, and it's like I have got to get this information out to the public. So thank you and Jody and Andrew for allowing me the opportunity to be of service to our community, our global community, and share this information. And I'm going to post it online, my site, which is zelda.now.site, and I will be posting that for all to see. But I do want to go to the phone line and take one more call because we've got some calls waiting. Area code 708-677. You are live on the air. Grand Rising, what's your name? Where are you calling from? We got about 60 seconds.
Greetings, this is Maika. How are you?
Grand Rising, my sister Maika.
Yes, I would encourage your listeners to tune in tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time. This topic is still being developed. But I wanted the young lady who was speaking to go back and talk whatever she was talking about the scapula, when she didn't remember what it was, and she said scapula, but then I don't remember what is its relationship to. Could she repeat that, please?
Did you hear that, Jody?
Yeah, I'm not sure that I understand the question, though. So you want to know what happened to the levator scapula? It got damaged in the fall from 20 years ago. So, like, if I'm carrying a purse or I'm carrying a bag, it's under the shoulder blade. So, but it runs through the neck and up through to the head. Does that make sense? Does that answer the question?
And you were saying you injured your scapula?
Yeah, so I fell in the parking lot at work in Iowa, and no one did an MRI or an X-ray. So I walked around like that in pain for 20 years.
Wow.
And then what happened? How did you heal that?
I used energy-based healing. But I think that honestly, it was a harder. So there's energy-based healing, and I'm happy to talk to you offline. So I do consults and I do help people, and if people have specific healing issues, they can go to the ZeldaSpeaks.com website and schedule an appointment with me or with Andrew and learn about what option is best for you, right? Because what may have worked for me 5 years ago, we may have a better solution today, right? Because we're always learning and we're always creating new technology. That makes sense?
Great.
Thank you so much, Mike.
You said the Healy, and then there was something called the bod. Could you tell them?
Yeah, so I use the bod, I use the Healy, I use the Beamer, I use them all.
Okay, and I'm going to post that information online as well.
Yeah, their consults are free, I should mention. We do a free consult. There's no charge.
Okay, thank you, Maika. Be sure and tune in tomorrow morning. Let's talk about it with Maika. We've got about 30 seconds. We're going to take one more call. Area code 773-783. You're live on the Female Solution. You got about 30 seconds. 773-783. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Grand Rising. Okay, well, they didn't answer. So, Jody and Rajai, would you please give us final words as we leave the air here on the Female Solution? I'll stay online on Facebook a little bit longer. If people have questions, they can type in. But you want to give us a closing note?
Yeah, 2 things. Wednesday, we're having a webinar for people who want to learn more about energy-based healing, and they can check your Facebook page and my Facebook page, Suson Essentials. Andrew Calhoun and Rajai will all be speaking about energy-based healing and how to learn more and get healed. Also, I just relaunched my functional food program. If anybody wants to learn more, we do free consults to better understand your needs and to help you, serve you so that you can rise up. Because at the end of the day, we need to all rise up and help each other.
Thank you, Jody. And Rajai, did you want to give a closing statement? Final thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say do yourself and your family a favor and learn about energy healing, because this is the future. This is where we're going. I mean, we're moving into Star Trek type of technology.
We're here.
I think we're finally here, I remember growing up, watching the Jetsons way back in the day.
Yes.
Oh my God, and we're gonna be hovering around and sitting around. And, I've been wondering, where are we? I don't see any crap. But that technology is this new technology that's going to change the world, transform the world, is already here, and people just aren't aware of it. And once we bring that awareness up and people start to raise their vibration, or just resonate with the right vibration, because because it's about resonance, really, then we can really create a better, new, stronger, healthier you and world and society, and then we can move forward. So I would highly encourage everyone to really do themselves that favor.
Wow. Well, don't know what happened there, but thank you so very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule, Jody and Rajai and Andrew Calhoun of Suson Essentials.
Thank you for having us, Zelda.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And be sure, and I'll see you Wednesday on the webinar. I'll post that information on the site, on social media. And also be sure and find a Facebook group, Stop 5G, so that we can all live in peace. Stay on purpose.
Yes, please.
Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to more of higher learning. And thanks for watching. Make it a great day.
Amen, sister.
Alrighty now, we are off the air on the female solution, but Hold on, Jody. We are off the air on the Female Solution.
Are you here?
We're off the air on the Female Solution, but we are still on the air on Facebook, ZeldaSpeaks. So I hope that I have said something. I hope that our guests have said something to pique your interest into continuing the process of learning as I am. As I said before, I am not a medical professional. I am simply on the journey of learning, and what I am learning is simply fascinating me. We're living in the Jetsons age. I love it. And the fact that we now have control over what it is that we put into our bodies, and we don't have to depend on pharmaceuticals, nor the doctors who have been trained and conditioned and programmed to give us those pills that are killing us, our livers, lung, brain, and everything else in our heart. And we can move forward with a self-healing process, as well as there are additional tools that will help us. So I hope that you'll go to tune in Wednesday for the webinar. I'll post it on my site. And also, if you get a chance, find a Facebook group, Stop 5G. We can't stop them out there, but we can stop what goes on in here. So be sure and check out my site, zelda.now.site. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to serve you this morning. Shalom, Hotep, Namaste. Make it a great day. And thanks for listening. Please share this video.